Hey guys, so just wanted to jump on here and do a quick little video and talk a little bit about weight limitations based on the specific vehicle that you're going to be driving. I've actually received the question a couple times via email, and so I thought I would do a video to cover this and try to clear up some things. So, a little bit of history about us and the type of vehicle that we drive. We are in what FedEx calls a CR unit. The C is basically just the class of vehicle based on how much weight that we can haul. So when I first started off with FedEx, I've been driving for FedEx for almost 7 years now. And when I first started off, and almost my entire career, I have driven a tandem axle truck for FedEx. So I've never been concerned with weight limitations or anything like that. We had a custom sleeper, 100-inch sleeper, loaded with, the bed and the fridge and TV and sink and everything that you need. And I was never concerned with what we had in there and being overweight. I used to haul tons of clothes and cooking equipment and just anything and everything that I could get my hands on, I would usually carry with us. And for whatever reason, when the owner got the new truck, the owner that we drive for, he decided not to put a tag axle on this truck. So this truck is the same size as every other truck I ever drove. It's a 40-foot straight truck. However, we don't have the tag axle, so we're a single axle truck now. And this was a huge adjustment. I've never driven a truck like this. Like I said, I've never had to worry about weight restrictions and stuff. And I was really concerned about getting into this type of truck, and I was concerned with learning how to load the truck and how to make sure that I stayed within my legal limits for being overweight. So when we got the truck, we downsized big time. We took a lot of stuff out, took it home, things that we just absolutely did not need or didn't use that much out here on the road. We cut down our clothes. We took out all of our pots and pans. We no longer cook in the truck. We downsized the sleeper big time. When we got into the truck, we put our necessities in the sleeper. We put the equipment in the back of the truck. With FedEx white glove department, you have to carry certain equipment. For example, a pallet jack. You have to have a certain number of load bars, a certain number of straps. You have to have a furniture dolly. You have to have so many pads. There's all this equipment you have to have for white glove. So we got everything in the truck, and then we went and scaled the truck, and come to find out, with only a half a tank of fuel and a full tank of DEF, we are sitting at 12,900 pounds on our steers. The reason being is, one, most of the weight is to the front. We're running a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia Evolution. Cascadias are very heavy on the front end, and plus you have the weight of the reefer and the weight of our equipment in the front of the box. All of that goes towards our steers. Now, we are running 16-ply tires on this truck. Our tire weight limit is technically 14,200 pounds. If you get over 13.5, you're most likely going to be stopped at every scale house. If you get stopped, they come out. Usually the DOT officer is going to look at your tires. He's going to see your tire rating. As long as you're able to haul it, usually they're going to let you go. You're not going to have too many problems. But when you get over that 13.5 limit, pretty much every scale house is going to stop you. So with us being at 12.9 empty and only having a half a tank of fuel, we try our best not to put any more weight towards the front than we absolutely need to. So when we load the truck, what we did was we took a marker and we measured from the middle of the rear axle to the rear door, and then we marked that on the inside of the box so that way we know how much room we have and where to load the freight up to keep the weight on that back axle. And doing that, after we measured everything out, we scaled the truck and everything, we can only do a 3,000 pound payload in this truck. 3,000 pounds, and we're at our max gross weight. So it's a big adjustment. It's something that we definitely took a while to get used to. We've only been in this truck for 2 months, so it took an adjustment. We're still adjusting to it, you know. We try not to put water in the tank for our sink. We actually only use that if we know that we're going to be down for the weekend. You know, we only cook in the truck if we know that we're going to be down for the weekend or something like that, and we can have the extra weight in here. So there's a lot of things that we can't do in this truck that we used to be able to do based on that not having that tag axle and our weight limits. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there and do a video to kind of, you know, showcase, know what you're going into, know the limits of your truck. So I'll give you an example. My aunt also drives for FedEx, and she got into a new truck, and that truck actually has a tag axle. However, she wasn't running 16 ply tires on the front, and with the tag axle up, all that extra weight on the front axle, she didn't even know it, but she was overweight. So after I pointed it out to her and showed her weight limits and so forth, you know, she now realizes that she has to run with that tag axle down on that truck at all times, even when she's empty, to avoid being overweight on her steers. So again, this is just you know, something to put out there. And you know, if you're new to trucking, if you're new to expedite freight, or if you're new to a truck period, always know your weight limitations and know what you can haul. Know how that truck is spec'd out, because every truck is different. Dry box to a reefer, you know, reefer adds a lot of weight to these trucks. So that's why I wanted to put the video out there, is you know, just kind of give you a heads up. Think about it whenever you get into that vehicle, and know how that vehicle is spec'd out, so that way you know what you can and cannot haul. So I hope I've explained this enough. If you have any other questions or any specific questions about it, please give me a heads up. Leave a comment down below, send me an email, Facebook, however you would like to do it. And thanks for watching the video. Keep those wheels a turning. We'll see you in the next one.